Hey, what's happening everybody? This is Royce from Pedal Metal. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be opening up the case of Hot Wheels' latest series, the Circuit Legends. And this is FPY 86-956E. And they are hitting stores mainly, I believe, on the West Coast of the United States. And so this case I had to order, and it was pre-ordered for 2 months or so. It finally came in. And we'll go ahead here and crack it open and check it out. Pretty anxious for this. Start from the left side here. This is number 4 out of 5, the Ford GT. And it is in the Le Mans livery. So we'll go ahead and pull them all out and take a look, and then I'll crack a set open. It's the back of the pack. Another Ford GT. Number 2 out of 5 is a 69 Cobra Corvette. And another Corvette. We'll set the extra set off to the side. The most anticipated vehicle is this one here, number 5 out of 5, which is a new casting. The Mazda 787B or 787B. Looks really wicked. The wing looks super bent, but we have a solution for that, and I'll go over that then. So that's number 5 out of 5. We'll set that aside. And this one, the wing is ultra bent as well, but we will go over that. There's the awesome artwork. I'd assume this appears to be Julian Coyle's, all the artwork on these packs. I haven't substantiated that, but I'm pretty sure that's who did all the artwork. Shelby Cobra Daytona Coupe. This is number 1 out of 5. Artwork's just awesome on these. Another Daytona Coupe. And this is number 3 out of 5. And this is a newer casting, I believe, from the last year or two, Porsche 962. And the last one out of the case is another Porsche 962. So we'll go ahead here and I'll pick the worst out of them here to rip open, since I'm kind of anal about that. So there's all of them right there. Alright, well, we'll get cracking here. We'll stop fooling around, since I know I'm excited about this as you guys are. Actually, I think I'm going to use my X-Acto to cut these open, just because I'm kind of anal about saving some of these packs. And we'll examine each one up close then, and do the turntable routine as I normally do. Wow, these are just, some of these are just stunning in person. They really are. The Ford GT. Can't beat the red, white, and blue. And the most anticipated and new casting out of the 5. Is the Mazda 787B. These are, if you're unfamiliar, these are all part of the Car Culture series, meaning they're all full metal, metal base, metal bodies, synthetic rubber tires, nicer rims, and in this case, this one here actually comes apart, and we'll examine that then on the turntable. Alright, first up we have the Shelby Cobra Daytona Coupe. And this is pretty awesome in person. Online I wasn't really sure what I thought of the white large rims on it, but it's not bad in person. Looks pretty cool. This set does not disappoint. The paint quality, I was examining them before as I was prepping here to get ready with the turntable, and the paint quality on these are just stunning. Once again, I think these cars will easily be worth the $549 price that most people will pay. Unfortunately, you're gonna have, you know, your usual scalpers trying to grab up all of them and selling them at 3, 4, 5, 6 times the cost of what they paid for them in the stores. But they are really nice. So we'll go ahead here and stop this and take a closer look. Once again, they appear to me to be clear coated over top of the tampos. This one almost looked like it was plastic, but it's definitely metal, definitely a metal base, and it's accurate with the white exhaust. Tail lights look great. It's always a treat to see lettered tires on any Hot Wheels car, in my opinion. They don't do it enough, and it's pretty rare. And it's unusual to see the rubber band tires, such as the one on the back here, have the Goodyear Eagle logos on. It's kind of unusual. But boy, is the blue is absolutely just stunning in person. I really hope that how beautiful these cars are shows up on video, because until you actually get one out of the pack and hold it and look at it, it actually takes your breath away. This one, the blue, is just amazing on it. And the tampos for the stripes are really well done. I couldn't be happier with that. That is just awesome. So there you go. That is number 1 out of 5, the Shelby Cobra Daytona Coupe. And it is glorious in person. Absolutely glorious. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we'll move on to the Corvette. Here we have the 1969 Copo Corvette. And it is also one that does not disappoint. It is not a new casting by any means. But in this Bumblebee livery here, as we see, I don't know if this is truly a fictional or a factual scheme that they have going on here. I didn't get a chance to research it, but it is really, really, really cool in person. Looks great. I know a lot of people have commented about how good the wheel choice was and Now that I'm looking at it in person and actually being able to hold it, I agree. I think the wheel choice is great on it. It's certainly different. Go ahead here and take a closer look at it and salivate on top of it. Wow, just the headlights, the front end is just, I wish you guys could see this. If you don't have a set, which like I said, mine kind of came 2-3 weeks later, and it was supposed to, this set, so I'm getting this news out pretty late to you guys, so some of you guys probably already have these in your possession. This thing is just freaking awesome. I'm not a huge Corvette fan, I'm gonna say that on record, but this thing's just cool. It's really, really nice. I mean, it's right up there with the Toy Fair 69 Corvette in my opinion. It's really quite different. It's almost sinister with the black roof and the black hood. Like I said earlier, you cannot go wrong with the Goodyear tires. The caboose end there looks great on it. It's ready to rip down the track. Got some skinnies on the front and some fatties on the back. Or bigs and littles, as my oldest brother always said. Really cool. So that one does not disappoint either, in my opinion. So there you go. That is number 2 out of 5. So I'll move on to number 3. Number 3 out of 5 is the Porsche 962. This is, of course, in the Japanese Advan livery. Not exactly my favorite, but you take what you can get, and I'm a huge Porsche fan, as you guys know, so I'll pretty much take whatever I can get that, you know, that they produce. I will buy up. So until they have some other schemes, I have to kind of take what they're giving us. I'm not sure how I feel about the wheel choice for this. I mean, the wheel choice is great, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure if I like the white plastic rims on the front and the black ones on the back. I guess it works, but maybe a little bit of a black wash on the front rims would really go a long way, I think, to making this look more realistic. Either way, it's simply beautiful car. The tampos all look great. I like the tampos they did for the headlights. If I remember correctly, they were not half as nice as that before when this casting appeared. I like how they did the NACA vents on the back. They're black, and then you have the red tampo going around them. Just a lot of thought went into this, and it's obvious. I'm not sure, you know, who all worked on the team that worked on these for this set. I'm sure it could be researched, but I think they did a bang-up job. We could park the original release next to it here. That was, of course, in the Gretty livery, and this one I did slightly detailed and painted the gold rims white on this one. But we could park that next to it just to see the difference here. The other thing we could do is we could ditch this one and bring in the transport. And see how it works on, how it fits on there. It looks pretty cool since they're the same livery. So I know everybody that owns and collects the Advan cars and vehicles are going to want to park them all near each other. Kind of cool to see it up on top of there. But anyway, that's just for something to do. We'll stop screwing around now and get back to looking at the other ones. Number 4 out of the 5 was the Ford GT. and this is in the Le Mans livery. Red, white, and blue, you cannot go wrong with that. It's looking the part, that's for sure. Much like the Mazda, this one's all over metal with a plastic rear wing. Sometimes those rear wings are kind of twisted up when you get them out of the pack. What you could do is like 30 seconds in some hot water and twist them back into shape. Just do a little dip there, and usually that seems to solve any issues. So let's take a look at this one. The headlight tampos looks great. I don't know if they used them before or not, but they look amazing. I forget what they call those, the spokes, the wheels there. This design of the wheel, I remember it was on the Cougar, and I don't know, it's showed up on a bunch of different car culture vehicles, but it's in all over black. You can see a little bit of motor detail down in there. Exhaust ports, they could be detailed up a bit. Actually, the exhaust looks to me like it's dumping out here on the side. I'd have to research that. I don't know if I have any, I don't really have any photos off right now, but I know the production car dumps out the middle of the back, but I don't know what those, unless they're air intakes there on the side. Really, really nice. See, it says, what's it say on the roof? Ford Performance. This one doesn't roll very well, but they're not really, the car culture ones are not really meant for the track. Alright, so that's number 4 out of 5, and I'll move on to, alright, this is number 5 out of 5, and like I said earlier, this is the most anticipated car out of the set. This is the Mazda 787B, and it does not disappoint in the least. Looks really, really good. Now, the only thing I question is the tiny wheel choice for the back. I don't really care for that. And obviously the wing is all twisted up, which I'm going to have to soak this one in some hot water and kind of try to get that bent back. That's not really a huge deal. But it's really, really awesome in person. This one, unlike any of the other ones of the set, you can remove the rear canopy. It's aching to be detailed, I can tell you that right now. It's hard to see what's going on under there. But when that canopy's off, you can really see how the wing is just mangled up there. Quite a shame. One good thing about this one, or at least the set that I've received here, this case appears to not have any errors. I know there's people collect the error cars. I don't really care for that. There's quite a few people I saw finding these without the tires, or 1 or 2 tires missing for whatever reason on the Mazdas. Probably just a fluke thing, but I prefer to have all my tires. I don't know about you, but as stated earlier, I don't care for the tiny rim diameter opposed to the front diameter. It just looks odd to me. I don't know. It almost looks like it's in pre-testing conditions or something. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason why they did that. I'm sure there's a reason for it. But why didn't they do a little bit larger of that same center color like the Corvette I'm sure, I mean, you can get this wheel choice in a larger diameter, so I'm not sure why they picked the fronts of what's normally used. I mean, the backs that are normally used on other ones you could have put on here. I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason for it. But I know I saw a lot of complaints online about people said they love this vehicle. They just didn't care for that decision that someone at Mattel made. But I'm sure there's a reason for it. I just don't know what it is. The tampos for the headlights looks incredible. I mean, that almost looks like I actually started thinking maybe that was separate glass there for the headlight lenses, but it's all appears. I'm pretty sure it is. It's all a tampo. Everything's centered great. The windshield banner's centered great. Everything looks good on it. Really cool to see and hold one of these in person. I've anticipated this set for months now, and it's just awesome to actually have it here in my hands and be able to share it with you guys. But I'll have to work on trying to get that wing straightened up. It's quite twisted, as you can see. Alright, I'm going to get a shot of all of them together, and if you like this type of video, give me a thumbs up. Be sure to share it with your friends, family, whoever's into diecast cars. And if you are new, subscribe and hit the bell up in the top right corner, I believe it is, for notifications of new videos. And until next time, I will see you guys later. All right, bye now.